All right, everybody, thanks for tuning back in. So we all love the look of the new C8 Z06, especially the ones that are equipped with the Z07 package. That aggressive chin spoiler, those wide side canards. Well, today I have a part from Extreme Online Store that can make the front end of your C8 Stingray look very similar. So we're gonna take a look at what comes in the box, walk you through an install, and then show you what it looks like on the car when we're finished up. So let's go ahead and get into it. So I've got the box opened up, I've got everything already laid out. And you can see the kit here. These first three carbon flash pieces are going to be your chin spoiler. And then these two pieces over here are going to be those wide side canards. And then also comes with some alcohol wipes, some double-sided tape, and some screws and nuts. So that's what's going to come inside the box when you get it. Now it does look like most of the chin spoiler is going to install with the factory T15 screws that hold your chin spoiler on. And then we'll just have to figure out where the double-sided tape goes and how these side canards are mounted on. Okay, so to make this a little bit easier, I've got the car up on ramps on both sides. And if you come here to where your chin spoiler is, if you have a chin spoiler, you're gonna have these T15 screws all along the front of your chin spoiler. There's 21 of them. You need to start off by removing those. Once that starts to dangle, just kind of support that end. All right, it's getting ready to drop, so just kind of support it. Ready? Oh, look at that front end, nasty. It does kind of hang down lower, doesn't it? Oh, yeah, it does hang down. All right, I don't need you to come hold this. All right, so here's a look at the driver's side chin spoiler piece. Here's the driver's side canard. You can see this little notch here in the chin spoiler. You can see this little tab on the canard. It's just going to rest in there like that. It's a nice fit. You can see the holes line up. Okay, so prior to installing this, this is what I'm going to do. Run some of the provided double-sided tape between each screw hole on the canard. And then we'll peel this, and then once we get it into position, we'll drill the holes, stick the bolts through. All right, on the chin spoiler, this is gonna be the far right front side. On the interior piece where it meets the center section, there's an opening here you can see. On the center chin spoiler piece, there's a tab that kind of sticks out. Make sure that that tab goes into this opening. That way you have a nice tight connection and you don't have a gap there. All right guys, so I'm laying underneath the car right now. Again, looking forward. Let's see if this will focus. So you can see the one screw right there. What I found easiest when you're putting these screws in, just kind of reach up here, get the screw started, and then you can bring your T15 Torx and just kind of come in the bigger hole underneath, and you can line it up just like that. If you lay on the opposite side, it's easier to just look up in that kind of opening there in the chin spoiler. You can get your tool right on the screw, and that's the easiest way I found. This is underneath the car looking out towards the front. You can see these two tabs right here in the middle of the screen. That is where the driver's side of the chin spoiler and the center section of the chin spoiler meet. You can see those two holes. You just need to use some of the provided hardware, stick it through there, secure it. You can see the holes on the other side. That way the chin spoiler pieces stay nice and tight together. So you're gonna have these two here and There's gonna be those two there. Okay, so the chin spoiler is in place, but it's not secure. It's just kind of being mocked up by the factory T15 screws. I've got one in each separate chin spoiler piece. The one in the center piece is the hole that's dead center, and then the ones in the side pieces are the hole that actually come up through the chin spoiler, and then there's a little groove in the chin spoiler where the canard sits. So the screw will go up through the chin spoiler, up through the canard, and then into the bumper. And then you saw we put double-sided tape on the inside of the canard, so that is also on there as well. So these are a little bit more secure because they've got a screw and double-sided tape. We're not completely finished with the canards yet, but now that it's mocked up in place, I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of the T15s into place. And then you just want to make sure that where the pieces meet up to the center, that they're all secured and the tabs are in place before you tighten everything down. All right, now you're ready to secure the canard to the bumper. And what you're gonna need to do is, there's some T15s that run along the inside of your inner fender. You're gonna need to remove these, and then you may need to remove the ones that kind of run along the bottom here and then here, just so you can kind of peel this piece back, because you're gonna need access to the inside of the bumper. And what you're gonna do basically is drill your holes through here, put your little bolt, and then secure it with the nut on the back side of the bumper, and that will fully secure your canard to your bumper. All right, guys, so that's gonna conclude the install of the Z07 style chin spoiler on the C8 Stingray. One suggestion I do have, if you can get a second pair of hands to kind of help you hold things in place while you're tightening everything down, that may make it a little bit easier for you. I will say the fitment is pretty good on this. Where the chin spoiler pieces meet up, there's no weird gaps. And then where the canard connects to the bumper, the curvature is nice and it fits really tight to the bumper. When it's all bolted down, it feels really secure. It does give the car a more aggressive look, and it kind of widens out that lower portion of the front bumper. One more thing I do want to add, this car is on 20-inch wheels in the front. It is fully lowered on the factory Z51 suspension, and with this chin spoiler, I have about 1 inch of ground clearance. So this chin spoiler does hang about 1 inch lower than that rubber ducting piece that's underneath your car. So that is something to keep in mind. But if you guys are interested in this chin spoiler, go ahead and check out Extreme Online Store. That's gonna be it for this one. I appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you in the next one.